deodorant that the girls on that table probably wear. Sales are at an all-time high in Darlington, but we're better to market a scent that smells of tracksuits and fingering. We also have a fantastic, oh fuck me, it's bright. It's like the end scene of Mork and Mindy. Right, yeah, so we also have an absolutely fantastic addiction service and needle exchange in Darlington. A lot of those people are positive. The main thing I hate about where I come from is fucking everything is sponsored by Greggs. Just like everything. Hooray for Greggs. Thank you all there. Everything's sponsored by Greggs. Even my children's breakfast club. In a town like mine with a childhood obesity problem, your Greggs sponsoring your children's breakfast club is about as appropriate as John Terry doing after dinner speaking on race relations. I think probably I'm just going to do the gig to everybody to hear. I'm going to talk to you, and then we'll carry on. Yeah, so yeah, John Terry, he's up in court at the moment. His case hasn't gone to the CPS. I don't think that actually the penal system is appropriate for John Terry. I think a suitable punishment would be for John Terry to go home after training and find a blacked up Wayne Bridge fucking his wife. With a Titus Bramble in the wardrobe who come. But yeah, that's the thing about, you know, about Darlington. I think it's probably not their fault that I don't like it. I think it's a case of I don't get that small town vibe or hostility, as it's called, because I actually come from a little village in the middle of nowhere. It's sort of, if you put sort of in your sat nav, it would take you through Emmerdale and you would turn left at Deliverance. Like, it's like so into bread that, like, you know, the horror film The Hill Has Eyes. Well, we had The Hill Has Eye, one big eye. But I actually grew up. I'm a really severe epileptic. It was really difficult for me growing up years ago in a small town environment. Basically because, like, of people's attitudes. In 1987, they were going to burn me in a wicker man. But I had a seizure perfectly in time to push it by salt and pepper, so I won a reprieve. And Weardale has talent. I can remember the first time I had a seizure at school as well, because kids are really cruel, aren't they? I remember the first time I had a seizure at school, and a kid went, "Al's a spastic!" I literally had to bite my own tongue. It's alright, who groaned? Fucking hell, it's my brain. Whereas, I grew up with my gran, and she was a wonderful woman, but odd. You know, like grans are. Like, really, really odd. Like, she banned all tinned fish products from our house, because she got John West and Fred West mixed up. And she wanted nothing from the murdering fishy fingers of that man. Shipman's beef paste blew a fucking mind. That's it. The Romanian West, though, Rose, she's been whiling away the hours in prison, and this is true, because I read it in The Sun, and everything in The Sun's true. She was writing a cookbook, which, it's really good, because you're dead pretty, right? Is he your girlfriend? Because you're alright, because I have to have a barrier between me and pretty girls. That just makes me feel comfortable. Anyway, yeah. So, Rose West, sorry, I shouldn't have talked to your girlfriend like that. I've created like an awkward situation. I'll distract us from it. Your hat's fucking awful. Oh, single your clap. Wonderful. Yeah, so she wrote a book, Rose West. She'd been writing a cookbook in prison, and it made me think two things. One, I hope to fuck. Oh, fuck. One, I hope to fuck. She called that book Monster Munch. And two, I hope she included nothing in her recipes from her garden. People groaning, oh, too soon for this thing, too soon! Where was I? Fucking hell, Rose West, yeah. How would you get a segue from Rose West? I've been married to my wife for ages. That's why I live in Darlington a long time. Have we got any couples in? Clearly we have you two in, because I've made this awkward bond with you. How long have you been together? 2 years. Get out now, I'm your future. So I've been with my wife 15 years, and it's, like we've been married for 11, and it's like really, really hard to keep things fresh in the bedroom. You know, like we used to have sex to candlelight and soul music, and now we have 3 kids. We have sex under the duvet to the Winnie the Pooh nightlight. Only the 5-minute setting though, I'm not tantric or anything like that. But things were getting really difficult, so she said what she would do is to freshen things up. She went, Al, go and buy some toys for the bedroom. Which I did. I bought Call of Duty and a swing ball. So we have 3 children. My oldest child is a little girl. Her name is Practice Child. Or Megan, as my wife traditionally likes to call her. She has Bieber fever. And everybody like Justin Bieber? There's a guy in before, he was a proper Justin Bieber looking motherfucker, I love him. He's over there somewhere. But yeah, she has Bieber fever, or mild learning disabilities as it's diagnosed. She's a strange girl. She thinks Jesus has a cousin called John the Bastard. And she also thinks that I got a phone call from school, and they said, you have to come in again, Megan's been saying stuff, which is never a good sign to the phone call of my little girl. They were doing food chains in biology, and she went, I'll just wait for them. We do food chains in biology, and she went, horses eat grass. The French eat the horse. That joke was ruined by their stunning timing. I have my middle child, whose name's Middle Child, or Jacob as my wife calls him. He's distinctly unremarkable and I don't have any jokes about him.
Oh, that's my grandchild.
Not really. He actually goes to Cubs, and I don't know if anybody saw last year, again, in the Fountain of All Knowledge, the Sun, they were teaching sex education at Cubs, which I think is really, really good, because at least he knows why he's being touched.
Oh, Alan.
It's my child, I can say what I want, it's fine, don't worry. And then I have my youngest, or his name, Swing Ball Forfeit. You'll have all seen me sort of, looking at my hand through the night. It's not that I'm not very good at this, I'm quite new, but I actually have a really bad brain disease. I have no memory, so I keep notes. My whole life's like, have anybody seen the film Memento? Yeah, well I'm like a little version. So I have some wonderful notes. Show the children love. Not all Darlington girls like a gypsy grab. Does anybody not know what a gypsy grab is? Yeah, you. It's like sexual assault with a quaint X Factor backstory. And I have this one here. It says, pull out sooner or you'll end up stuck with a love man. Actually, that one, I didn't write that one. Hi, Mum.
All right, son.
Hi, Mum. Cheers. Mum's actually here tonight. When you hear her giggling, she doesn't think I'm funny. My dad's touching her under the table. Saturday night's date night, doesn't matter where we are.
What?
I love you too, big fella. So, yeah.
2 minutes.
2 minutes? Fucking hell. How long have I got really? 2 minutes? How long have I really got? Keep going. Fuck that, yeah. Exactly. So, I'm also, quite, as well as being epileptic, I've got bipolar disorder. It's an increasingly common condition. 2 in every one of us have it. I hate being bipolar. It's brilliant! It's like made some of my resolutions for this year really difficult as well. Because like one of my resolutions for this year was to win at technology. So I went on Twitter. Is anybody else on Twitter? Yeah. It's hard when you're bipolar to fit mania or despair into 140 characters. But it's better than my previous method of communicating with strangers, when I just used to stand in Aldi in my pants with a megaphone. Al's gone mad again. LOL. 104 characters. One of my other big things for 2012 was to do the adult thing and be friends with an ex. Is anybody friends with an ex? No, it's stupid, isn't it? It seems like a really good idea at the time, much in the same way as keeping a dead relative in the living room for the disability living allowance seems like a good idea. You know, at first it seems like really brilliant, but then you just realise they smell weird and it's awkward. So you do the only thing that's right, and you bury them in a shallow grave in the garden. I'm only joking, she's not in the garden. She's in the gypsy camp near the woods. Slag. So yeah, you might wonder, what is a bipolar epileptic horrible fuck like that do for a living? I'm a mental health nurse. Hooray! There we go. Put that bald twat in charge of people's lives.